The Ellen Show is a big, busy show in that we have a lot of daily elements. They can be post-production pieces, live action pieces,
rehearsal footage, show footage, special packages, all that type of stuff. We digitize 500 to 700 gigabytes of data a day.
There's not really like a scripted process, so I'll just kind of create a cut, work with the director and the writers to give them, kind of her vision of how the whole thing is going to go.
As the head of production on it, I have to, with my group, be ready to react to whatever's kind of thrown at us creatively, and it can be pretty much anything. Last year when we moved here, we had large moves. I mean, we moved into a brand new facility which had never been used. We went from tape to tapeless. We went from standard def to high def.
They were pitched to go to Final Cut, and we started season 6 with Final Cut in that workflow.
And we tried to work with Final Cut and a bunch of other new systems, and everything just wasn't quite there for what we need to do.
I think the original design engineers proposed Final Cut. They thought that it would work well with the high def infrastructure they had designed and then would be cheaper. And then when we got into it, about 30 or 40 shows, kind of realized that while it was a very good platform for some things, it wasn't the right platform for us.
Avid is perfect for the way we do our show, in that the ability to share stuff, it's just huge. I can't tell you, where I'll start something and I can't even finish it, but I can close a bin, another editor, another bay can open it and start cutting it. He doesn't have to create a new project, copy material over.
We weren't able to, complete things as quickly as we could, and the guys were all good at their job. They're all incredibly talented editors, but they were struggling trying to make things work. What they used to be able to do in 2 steps now took 4 steps.
With Final Cut, when we had to jump into the collaborative side of things, where I'm talking about 2 editors throwing a timeline at each other back and forth, this didn't work. The other thing is that there was no real direction or roadmap given for doing this type of collaborative environment in Final Cut Pro.
We need to be able to have all of our editorial components share their media. Our graphics artist can deliver her pieces to the tease editor, who then cuts his pieces and delivers those to the show editor.
Even if we were successful with saving the money, and even if we were successful with kind of cobbling this together from all these different vendors, the one thing we lacked was a single source of expertise when something went wildly wrong. One of the reasons why Avid comes with a little bit more of a price tag is because you're paying for that bulk of expertise from a single source. If you did the same thing with those other companies, other vendors, and took all their billable hours and all their research time and all their engineering time, it's costing you the same. So with that, going back to Media Composer made a lot of sense.
And so we then, made the choice to, go back to our Avid Media Composer roots. And in that regard, I will say that I know that your upper management, has been really diligent about speaking to, our upper management about trying to design the system. There's an open willingness to show us support.
And really all it boiled down to was getting rid of our Final Cut hardware, getting Avid hardware. The rest of our infrastructure got to stay in place as is. And this is to Avid's credit because they work with Omnion, and Omnion works with Medway. Avid had no problem working with that and worked out something that could fit our budget, but at the same time offered more raw power than what we had purchased originally that was still in place.
Our exposure with Media Composers and Unities, they're bulletproof. It's been great. This is our platform. We're happy to be back to it. We never should have drifted from it.